Hello and welcome to AU Racing's YouTube channel. Today is the third episode. My name's Reich.
What's your name?
Reich. My name's Mike.
And I'm Rob, and today we actually managed to escape the garage.
We broke out.
Someone left the door open and we made a break for it. And we've actually come to Mike's second home.
Silverstone, the home of the British F1 Grand Prix, and today it's the home of the 750 Motor Club, and they're hosting the Ma7da Ma7da Series.
So roll the damn logo. So at the end of episode 2, you might remember that we struggled to get the gearbox and the engine into the chassis because of a few points that needed adjusting. So what we did yesterday is we actually managed to fit that into the chassis. We've got the engine mounts in and everything, and what we'll do is we'll show you some footage of that now and talk a bit about it. Okay, as the Silverstone version of myself just said, we did manage to get the gearbox and the engine into the chassis. But it was a bit more difficult than we originally thought it would be, because certain parts of the chassis sort of blocked the gearbox from going in. But after a little bit of cutting and shoving, we did eventually manage to slide her in. As you can see in the video, we did find there was one other slight issue, and that was the cylinders on the back of the pedal box kept knocking into the slave cylinder on the side of the gearbox. But we'll explain a bit more about how we got around that in episode 4. So after we managed to basically line it up, we put the engine mounts on and designed some sections for the engine mounts to bolt to, and did the same for the gearbox mount at the back. Then after a lot of welding and bolting, the chassis now has an engine and a gearbox. But you'll see more of that in episode 4. So let's go back to Silverstone, Rob and Mike, and see what they're up to.
So the reason we're here today is because Ben Powney and the 750 Motor Club have seen our first video, and they reached out to us, like what they've seen, and they have been really helpful, giving us all the information we needed, to people who to speak to for the technical side of things, and more importantly they got us a couple of tickets here today so that we can come and see exactly what's going on and how everything goes and runs.
So let's go and have a little walk around the paddock, check out some of the competitors' cars, have a look around them, see if we can get a little bit of inside knowledge on how they've built theirs, and
see if we can do it better.
Let's go have a look.
Alright, so we're here with Lewis
Penstone Smith.
He's just come back from his first race, and this is his first race that he's actually been racing in this series as well. What made you decide to race with the low-cost series, the Ma7da series?
Well, when I was younger I did a lot of karting, and then when I decided to move up to cars, I raced my dad's low cost, which again, being a 1300 cross-flow, was brilliant. It was a really good car when it was designed in what, the 60s I think that engine came out.
Yeah.
And you're asking a lot from it. Reliability was never really there. Wanted something a bit better. Did Formula V for a little while.
Okay. Yeah.
Again, an air-cooled engine that was designed.
Yeah, in the 60s again.
Yeah,
pretty good, yeah.
You're asking an awful lot. So to have something like this that has just got a much more modern engine, controlled ECU, all of this, just seemed like the way to go on reliability and keeping the costs down.
So spending your first race in it today, how did you find it?
Very different, very enjoyable. I'm just glad the weather held out.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a completely different level to anything else that I've raced before. Not just because of the tyres or the engine or even the people that we race with, just the entire package really makes this series brilliant.
So you plan on staying in and doing a fair few more races?
Yeah. Hopefully towards the end of the year I'll have my own car. At the moment we rent this one.
How far along are you with building your one?
We're almost there. It runs, it drives, it doesn't stop. That's the problem at the moment we're having.
Slightly important part.
But yeah, hope to get out either towards the end of the year or next year.
Nice. Cool. Yeah. Once you do, give us a shout, and then we'll come along and steal whatever good bits you've found and try and stick it onto us.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
But we've got a little bit of wait till the second race, but we'll catch up with Lewis again later on and see how he gets on. So good luck with the second race, mate.
Thank you very much.
Catch up later.
Cheers.
Okay, so we just come into the restaurant area, grab a bit of food, recharge, and also get out of the wind because it's hard to speak out there, even with our brand spanking new microphone, which I hope that you have all seen the difference in from our previous videos. But we've learned absolutely loads today, loads from walking around and talking to all the guys about the car and our build, obviously.
Yeah, so one of the main things is they struggled to get their engines in the same way we did. We hadn't put the starter motor into our engine yet. And there's an engine brace that turns out gets in the way quite a lot, and the starter motor hits. So quite a few of them have had their engine on a real angle, real far over. And after that, the other real big main point is the alternator, which it says in the regulations to use a Mark 1 from, we would have just assumed another 1.8, but
turns out that's not the case.
no. Tell them why.
So basically, if you use the wrong alternator, which we were probably going to do,
we were, yeah,
it spikes and fries your ECU,
yeah,
and costs you 750 quid in the process.
Yeah, which wouldn't have been good. Really wouldn't have been.
So just from talking to a few of the guys and them telling us about that, we probably saved ourselves a good chunk of money there.
Yeah, and a lot of time as well.
And a hell of a lot of time, yeah.
So yeah, we've got to thank Ben and the 750 guys and everything, and all the guys down in the paddock that have been talking to us, and everyone has been really welcoming, helping each other out, helping us out lots, just trying to get everyone pretty much racing against each other and on track, which is it's really nice to see.
It's been a really good day so far.
Yeah. Alright, so we were going to have an interview with John over here with one of his cars. It's got the Fireblade engine in it, and it looked like a hell of a bit of kit. But he's just come back in. His race is still going on up there, but unfortunately he's had a bit of a shunt. So he started off in 6th, had a belter of a start, he tells us, got all the way up into 3rd, and then unfortunately someone's dived up the inside of him, contacted the front. We'll show you some footage of the car, the damage it's done, and now he's pretty much in a rush to get everything back ready and get out for the second race towards the end of the day. So we're not going to disturb him too much, we're going to crack on, and hopefully he gets back out, and hopefully if he's not too distraught by it, he'll send us the footage later on and we'll show you some of that as well. So that's our day come to an end. We just want to thank the 750 Motor Club and Ben and everyone who's spoken to us in the paddock. We've learned loads of stuff today.
Yeah, absolutely loads. It's been a brilliant day. Great to chat to all the other guys with their cars as well.
We've got to take it all back to the workshop, put in the work what we've learned today, and
implement all the things we've learned.
Yeah, get our car back out there as quickly as we can, really. Just makes you want to do it more.
Get it built. So next time you see us, we'll be back at the garage. But remember to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn your notification bell on so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.